Hello, my friends. Hope the best for you. Actually, I have had work order associated to our cooler brewer, so I've decided to demonstrate to you how I want to do that from removing component from the chopper and disassembling, inspection and assembling again. Please follow me. For first step, we should reach to this component by removing coverings, panels, and exhaust pipe. The point is that at the first, we should select the right one. We have to and check your work order, your component serial number, and find the right one. And then attempt to removing. After removing exhaust pipe, we should remove boot, which is used, this component, this part, which is used to direct air to oil cooling system. And then we have 6 nuts and washer. We should slide out the oil cooler brewer, so we need more space. For this matter, we should remove a screw and access panel here, and then we can slide oil cooler blower out like a video. As you can see, we removed access panel and then we have enough bay for sliding out oil cooler blower. I want to give some tips here on RGB. If you have leakage from oil cooler blower drain valve and drain line, this line you can see, you should remove this circlip, you should remove this cap, and then you can change seal which inserted in the cap, this part. For making generalization, if you want to change oil cooler blower, you should remove covering, panels, exhaust pipe, access panel, and 6 nuts and a screw, and then you can slide it out. If you have leakage from the drain line, you should remove circlip and cap, and then you can change this seal by press machine. Go to bike shop. In bike shop, we should cut safety wire. We have to safety wire which keep the 4 screws firmly, and after removing them we can do that. Pay more attention, we may have shim here between main case and guide vane. They are used to give enough clearance for impeller, and I will talk about it. We didn't have, and we removed 4 screw, and then we slide out guide vane. In next step, we should remove impeller, this part. For removing impeller, we should remove self-locking nut and washer, so we should keep impeller firmly. We can use from piece of wood or handle of hammer or something like that. For keeping impeller firmly, we used here from handle of mallet which covered with plastic, and then we removed nut, washer and impeller. Remember that it's too crucial to know that we are not allowed to work out on this part. It's rotating part and it's too sensitive if we work on it. After that, key and spacer, and again for a screw we have here. By cutting safety wire, we can remove 4 screw and then cap. And in final step, we should put our component, main case, under the press to have this shaft and bearing out. We can press this shaft from in to outside, and then we will have our shaft and two bearings and a spacer. Remember that this shaft is too sensitive and too crucial for our system. Both bearings should be discarded and you are not allowed to use them again. They should be replaced by a new one. Shaft should be checked by magnetic particle method in NDT shop. It's too crucial to check it and demagnetize again. Impeller should be cleaned and again checked by PT method. Remember that in this area we may have cracks, and if we have cracks, limits are illustrated in CRO and we are not allowed to work on it. For assembling, we should press the bearing inside the bay and for a screw, and from the other side we insert the spacer and then press the shaft which have bearing on it. For a pressing bearing, you can hit the bearing up to 200 degrees of Fahrenheit for making your task easy, using from safety wire. And in next step we have spacer and key. Remember, for a screw in this step used without washer, they don't have washer. Insert the spacer and key. You can push the tip of key in the slot and then all of them will get in place, and after that press the impeller inside the main case. We have key and here a space for that key, and it should be aligned correctly, and then impeller will be on. After that you use washer, plain washer and self-locking nut, and again keep the impeller firmly by plastic or wood or something like that. I want to show you how we should use shims for making sure that we have enough clearance between impeller and main case. It shouldn't be done here, but I want to show you here to demonstrate correctly and to show you in final step what we are seeking for. We are looking for enough space between impeller and main case in demonstrated area in final step, but I demonstrated here for easy understanding. After installing impeller, we should install a guide vane and for a screw, tighten for a screw, and check that clearance which I illustrated and demonstrated in former step. We should reach to enough clearance in that space. If not, we should put some shim under guide vane and main case between this screw and main guide vane. And finally, we should lock for screws with safety wire firmly. As you can see, our safety wire is too long and it may boil down to some problem on painting and on component main case. So we can cover this safety wire by using heat shrink or something like that. We used heat shrink here, and it will help us to protect main case from safety wire. Remember that when you want to install this component on the chopper, there is no guideline for installing but consider that install component in a position which give you enough vision to read serial number from ground